Hey everybody, I'm Hillary Morgan Ferrer from Mama Bear Apologetics, and with me is
Lindsey Van Walt. I'm Executive Director of Mama Bear Apologetics.
So we have not really given you an update in quite a while of just, we realized we haven't really come on and told you like how Mama Bear started, what are we doing currently right now, where are we hoping to go, and then most importantly, how you can actually be a part of the growth of Mama Bear Apologetics. So starting out, a lot of this is going to be just kind of our, how do you say it? We're trying to have financial transparency. Is that right? And just kind of tell you sort of like, again, where we've been, where we are, where we're wanting to go, and how you can be a part. So when we started Mama Bear Apologetics, I had a job. My husband was gainfully employed. And after having that for like a year or two, Mama Bear had gotten up and started. The company we were working for actually got sold. And so we both lost our jobs at the same time. And the Lord told me basically, do you trust me? And he said, I want you to do Mama Bear full time. And that was a good thing that he did that, because that was the year that we were writing the book and there's no way I could have done anything else. Since then, our income has basically gone to half of what it used to be. And it's still probably at least 10,000 less than what like a first year public school teacher makes. So we are not rolling in it, but I've been faithful with what the Lord has called me to do. And so Lindsey, tell them about like all this stuff that we've been doing with Mama Bear currently. This is what we do on a regular basis.
Yeah, so we've got a podcast that comes out every couple of weeks that me and Hillary host about twice a month. We have a blog that we try to also have some new content come out either weekly or bi-weekly, twice a month. That comes from all of our Mama Bear teams, not just Hillary or me or Amy. We try to incorporate all of our Mama Bear team and all of our Mama Bears in that. And we've got an audio apologetics blog. Now that was really important when Hillary worked on starting this ministry, because we know that you as moms are so busy, and we know that you also want to read quality work, and creating this audio apologetics blog was so important so that you could just listen to articles. And we're going to continue moving forward with that because we think it's an important aspect of our ministry. We also have a newsletter that we send out maybe every couple of weeks, hopefully every couple of weeks, maybe every 3 weeks. We also maintain our social media accounts where we interact pretty heavily with people who follow Mama Bear Apologetics on all of the platforms except for Parler. And we do YouTube videos. We started getting really on board of the YouTube train. Yeah. And I think the other thing that we did during COVID that I think some people will be really familiar with is our quality quarantine videos that we partnered with Foundation Worldview and did those videos for our followers.
And that was 6 weeks of daily videos. We were thought, oh, this will last 2 weeks, and like 6 weeks later.
And they were so fun. And one of our, we actually got support to do daily discipleship videos as well, quarterly for the next year because of those videos, because of the quality quarantine videos. So Mama Bear is dabbling. We've got, not to mention the first book, and we've got a study guide coming out for the first book in February, which Hillary's been like crazy working on. And then we've got book 2, hopefully coming out eventually, that Amy and Hillary are working on. So we've got a lot of pans in the fire, and we're just like working really hard to make sure that we are doing what God has called us to do, and we're being faithful with the resources that we currently have.
Yeah. And one of the things I want to emphasize is we kind of keep adding stuff to our plate, being like, oh, we can do this, and oh, we can do that. But we have not fundraised for Mama Bear. And so basically everything we've been doing has been almost on a volunteer basis. Lindsey is executive director and me as, whatever, president.
Mama Bear in chief, Hillary.
Mama Bear in chief, that's right. I'm going to let you in on a little secret, how much we're rolling in it. We make $500 a month for all the work that we do. I know, right? And so like basically anyone who's working part-time with Mama Bear is making the same. They're making 500. But what I've been realizing is we have lost a couple of our key Mama Bears because they've had to get other jobs. And I realized also, if anything happens to my husband's job, Mama Bear, as we know, just kind of ceases to exist, because I will not be able to do this. before we do anything extra, we really, really need to be able to pay the people that we're working with. At least, I mean, we can't pay them well, but I would like to at least pay them poorly, because what we're paying right now is basically a teenager's allowance.
I think we can't pay them what they're worth.
Yeah.
Because our mama bears are worth so much.
Yes.
But like any ministry, we can't like just dole out the big bucks.
Yeah.
But we would like to pay them something so that they know that what they do is so valuable.
Yeah. And like what other ministries have done in the past is they basically do all the fundraising, making sure they have all the salaries up front, and then they start their ministry. Since I started when I had a part-time job and I had no idea that Mama Bear was going to turn into what it turned into, basically by the time it was like, oh, I need a fundraise, we had so many pans in the fire that we did not have time to do it. So this is the big ask. This is what I'm going to be asking for. Is I think we calculated it out and asking for if we could raise $100,000 for Mama Bear, and keep in mind
a year, not a whole month,
not a month. Yes, please, a month. If you would like to give us that 100,000 a month, that would be great. No, that would cover basically 1 full-time and 5 part-time Mama Bears. Actually, one of those is a Papa Bear, but between 6 people, that's not a lot of money, but that would be enough to where we're saying, you know what, we actually we value what we're doing here. And basically, so the main ask is that's how much we really need to continue doing what we're doing. But there are a lot of things that we would like to expand into. So like, Lindsey, tell them about the stuff that we're wanting to do, but it's like every time we start doing it, we're like, oh, wait, no, we don't get paid. So we need to do that first.
Yeah, we've talked about quite a bit. Mama Bear groups is something that we really have a dream of starting, where Mama Bears can get on and talk to each other about issues that are happening in their lives, or questions that their kids are asking that they don't know the answers to, or even talking about current books that are coming out, and television shows and movies.
Having curriculum for them.
Right. We would like to create curriculum pieces that would go along maybe with our podcasts or some of the things that we're talking about on the blog, so that as you read, you are more equipped to ask your kids questions about the things that they're encountering in school or in their sports teams. So that's really a big dream of ours, is to sort of have curriculum in addition to the books that we're writing that we're really excited about. We would also we get a lot of questions here at Mama Bear, and you all come up with some really fantastic questions about some really fantastic topics that we just don't always know the answer to. I mean, you ask us everything. It doesn't matter what it is. And there are a lot of people on our team, but we don't always have the answers to all the questions that you or your kids are asking. And so we would love to be able to have researchers who could, that we would trust, that could do some research for us to help us come up with the answers that you need to equip your kids with these answers. I really think that if we could have more people helping us with that, we would be able to answer your questions easily and more quickly. Because right now we're like, oh, who can answer this? Oh, nobody? Oh, we're going to have to table that for a little while. Yeah. And so I think having a researcher would be really, really helpful.
Yeah. And also having someone, this would, well, we'll go into the ways to help. So there's a lot of different ways that you can give to Mama Bear. So our 2 traditional ways are both on the website at mamabearapologetics.com/donate. And so we have something through Patreon. And as it stands right now, if were to not lose any Patreon supporters, we have basically all of our expenses covered, which is good. It means that I'm not having to actually put money into Mama Bear, except for basically all the money that has come from book sales I've put into the ministry. And so that would be that plus Patreon. We are covered with basic expenses. What we don't have is the ability to pay our Mama Bears. And so that would be if we were to go through the tax deductible donations that is also on the mamabearapologetics.com/donate. A couple other ideas that you can do is asking your church to make Mama Bear a supported missionary or supported ministry. I know churches are probably hurting right now during COVID, but asking them, when are you doing your budget again? This is a really worthwhile ministry. Can we put them on as one of our supported ministries? That would be amazing. You could do a fundraiser yourself. In fact, if you'd like to have some of the mama bears come out and speak, and you can get the money for just the speaking fees, because that's the one area where I actually allow myself to take money, is have us come out and speak, and then, do it as a luncheon with, someone that can coordinate doing all the kind of fundraising from that. That would be one. Sponsor a mama bear. Do we have something that's burdened on your heart, a specific mama bear you're like, I would like to see more work from them? Or if you're someone who is in the business industry and you understand how important having a dedicated administrative assistant is, we have a mama bear that can't quit her job because she would love to do more with us from the administrative standpoint, but she can't quit her job. So if you'd like to sponsor a mama bear and just be like, here, I'd like to sponsor you so that you can have an administrative assistant and she can, stop her government job and start working with mama bear, that would be awesome. Maybe ask us what kind of equipment that we need. We are trying to expand into doing more videos. We need to get some more microphones for some of the mama bears for interviews and for podcasts. I'm trying to create maybe more of a studio look here in the mama bear room, stuff like that. So different things like that, asking what equipment we need. And here would be the huge ask. If you have experience as a fundraiser, if you know how to work with the donor software and basically all the things that need to happen. What are some, Lindsey used to do some of this, like what are some of the things that we need for someone with a fundraising background?
Right. So you need to be passionate about mama bear, but I think if you're watching this video this long, you probably are. Yeah. The other thing is you need to be willing to reach out to donors, and it's not just the big donors. We care about all of our donors, whether they're giving $2 a month or $2,000 a month. And then we give thank you notes to our donors. We love to spoil our donors as much as we can. Obviously, we don't have a lot of money to be able to do that. So a lot of that is just conversations with them in emails, or
keeping them updated as to what's going on in the ministry, because we are so involved in doing the ministry that even communicating to people, this is what's going on. So like someone who just really knows how to cultivate a donor base and maintain those relationships.
Right. Yeah. I think there are lists that we can use, that we can find donors, but like I said, I love just reaching out to our current donors and finding out how they're doing. And we just don't have the time to be able to do that as often as we would like. Yeah.
So, and then like, if you're like real crazy and you want to set up a trust or an endowment for us, we will not turn that down. So those are just some of the ways that maybe you could help support Mama Bear. We ask that you, coming up on Giving Tuesday and just towards the end of the year, that you would prayerfully ask the Lord, what kind of impact have you seen Mama Bear have in just the people around you? We get so many emails of women that are saying, oh my gosh, it's like I saw all this stuff happening and I finally have the words to be able to understand it. And now that I can understand it, I can talk with my children about that. If you appreciate the impact that Mama Bear has had, far beyond what financially we have going on in this ministry, we just ask that you would prayerfully consider giving in one of these various ways. And and Lindsey talked about what we would like to do, but right now we really need to invest in the people that have been working with us and actually give people an actual salary that's more than $500 a month. And
I honestly don't know that our followers know that we're not getting paid that very well. I would say that's an unspoken thing that we've never really come out and said, hey, this is what we're dealing with. And you mentioned those Patreon expenses, that the things that we're paying for because of the donors on Patreon. That includes basic stuff like stamps and hosting our podcast,
the subscription for Canva to make the images, the hosting the podcast, the
website,
email accounts, the website, like all those real basic expenses that you just don't think of that you have to do in ministry. It covers that, but as far as covering our workers, we have not been able to.
Right.
So anyways, that is our kind of state of the mama bear coming up. And anyway, we just hope that you would love to partner with us. And yeah, if you have any questions, please reach out to us. You can email both of us, Lindsey at mamabearapologetics.com and Hillary at mamabearapologetics.com. We'll put those up on the screen so you have those. But yeah, thanks for watching. And if you watched this far, and we look forward to doing more ministry with you.
Blessings to you. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Bye.